My name is Professor Mimikyu, and today I want to talk to you about the Bokoblin problem in the latest trailer for Breath of the Wild. For those who aren't aware, forgot, or just need a refresher, here's a brief recap of what a Bokoblin is in Breath of the Wild. Bokoblins are pig-like humanoids who are a common type of enemy in the game. The Hyrule Compendium entry for Bokoblins states the following. This common species is a nuisance all over Hyrule. Some have unified in the time following the Great Calamity and have formed factions of bandits. While not very clever, they are at least intelligent enough to hunt beasts and grill the meat for food. Though they're typically ferocious carnivores, they actually enjoy fruit as well. Now onto the main part of the video. The physical appearance of the Bokoblins in the trailer is nearly identical to that of the Bokoblins in Breath of the Wild, except for the horns. See, in Breath of the Wild, the Bokoblins have a singular small horn, yet in the trailer of the sequel game, which is set after the previous game, the horn of the Bokoblin is really long. Like over 5 times the size of a horn on a Bokoblin from Breath of the Wild. In fact, they look more like Moblin horns than a Bokoblin horn. So why is this? Well, I have several theories, so here's some of them. Number 1. More mature Bokoblins. It's possible that these Bokoblins we've seen in the trailer are actually more mature than those in the previous game. This would explain why the horns are longer, as horns grow with age in several real-world animals. Time-wise, it could work, as it is likely there is at least some time between the Ganon corpse awakening and Link exploring the islands. However, this would indicate that all the Bokoblins are similar ages, and the older ones had died off before Breath of the Wild. Number 2, they came from above. Another explanation for these Bokoblins with long horns is that they originate from the floating landmasses introduced in the trailer. This different environment could have caused them to develop longer horns. However, this wouldn't explain why a longer horn is the only difference between these Bokoblins and normal ones. Number 3. Ancestors of modern-day Bokoblins. Some people believe that the game takes place in a past Hyrule due to the lack of certain landmarks that are in modern-day Hyrule, as well as the fact that the floating islands are not seen in the modern-day sky. Obviously, this wouldn't be the first time a game in the Legend of Zelda series features time travel. It's pretty much a staple of the series, if we are to be honest. This could explain the difference, but they would have to be from a time not so long ago that it makes sense that no other changes, aside from the horn, took place. Number 4. Fusion. I was watching a video by the Commonwealth Realm analysing the new trailer, and it talked about how the trailer indicated there was a lot of combination elements in the game. So it got me thinking about how it could link to the long Bokoblin horn, and then I realised, what if these long-horned Bokoblins are actually a combination of Bokoblins and Moblins? Like Ganon just went and decided to beef up the Bokoblin horn. This is unlikely, but it's a fun idea. Number 5. Just a new variant. It could just be a new variant like the different coloured ones in Breath of the Wild. This makes sense, as we might just be assuming that these are standard Bokoblins, when in actuality they aren't. It would also make sense as this long-horned variant seems to have different behavioural habits, as they have been seen setting up bases on the stone talus. Of course, this would be the first time we see a Bokoblin variant with a physical difference aside from colour and markings, so it is less likely. Number 6. Just a design change. My least favourite theory, and one proposed by one of my friends. What if they just decided to change the model? I personally find this unlikely to be true or the only thing, as this would mean there's no actual explanation to this, and they would also have just created a new model for the purpose of having a slight visual difference, and it's just a waste of money and time when they already have a perfectly good model. If you liked this video, please leave a like and subscribe for more theories along with a few other things. I've been Professor Mimikyu, and I'll be with you next time.